Welcome back to Daytime. If you plan on skiing or boarding this March break, Andrew McQuaid from Mount Kirby Skis and Boards is going to have some travel packing tips for you. So this is amazing. I was reading the notes beforehand, and one of the things I saw is one of your tips is pack your ski boots on the plane with you as a carry-on, and I thought, how on earth do you do that? I was imagining just carrying your boots. So why don't you show us this amazing thing that I saw for the first time today?
Yeah, so this is a boot backpack, and we have actually two different types of boot backpacks. So we have boot backpacks that the boots will go on the outside. So a lot of people, when they're walking around the resorts and they have snow on their boots too as well, you know, they'll just dry a lot easier too as well. And this is about the size that they'd probably allow for a carry-on. We do sell larger ones that aren't really designed for carry-on, and then something like this one over here is a smaller junior one as well, where the boots are inside, and you can see you've got a helmet inside, and you can fit all sorts of other gear inside the bags too as well.
They're really nice.
Yeah.
And this is something that is blowing my mind. You can actually pack in the cases your boards and skis.
Yeah, so the airlines actually recommend that you carry your gear in hard cases rather than soft cases. Some airlines will actually make you sign a waiver form for damages, so they're not responsible for damaging your gear. So these are hard cases to sort of guarantee that your gear will be protected. This is a double case, so this will actually hold two pairs of skis plus poles, and you can also try and fit boots in here as well if you don't want to carry them on as well. And it's extendable, it'll fit pretty much any size of ski, and you can put a TSA lock on it too as well, so they can have access to it if they need to inspect it. And it's got wheels, so you can cart it around the airport a lot easier.
I was looking at that. It says wheels, an adjustable length and things like that. And the wheels are so important because that could become pretty heavy as you're going through an airport.
Oh yeah, skis can be pretty heavy. Yeah, definitely when you get the bindings on there as well. Some skis are quite heavy. Yeah.
And what about clipping this to the roof of your car? Does that work?
So actually you can mount it to the roof of a car. So if you have a roof rack on your vehicle, and you have the sort of the types of straps that you need, you can actually strap it to your vehicle and use it like a cargo carrier instead of the really expensive cargo carriers that open up on your roof as well. So they're pretty handy to have if you're traveling. If you travel a lot.
Do you recommend when you're traveling to actually bring your own equipment, or would you recommend renting the equipment?
It depends on where you're going. So I think a lot of people, like if they're traveling like out west to ski, where there's a lot of different conditions in larger mountains, and they have a ski that's more intended for skiing around here, skiing more groomed trails and or what we call eastern skiing. A lot of people will rent equipment more specific to the the type of skiing that they're doing, and it can be more cost effective too as well, depending on how long they're going to be there. Rentals are expensive, but also sometimes transporting a lot of gear can, the added cost by the airlines can be pretty expensive too as well.
We have a lot of people that like to ski, and we've had a pretty warm spring consideringly, without a lot of snow.
Yeah.
Would you think that the ski slopes are open for the March break?
They are all open for the March break, and now with the cold weather, it's actually been quite good for them to just sort of at least get through the March break. Last year was actually quite a disappointing year for the local hills because they didn't make it to the March break because of the poor conditions, but they've done a really good job. I was actually at Dagmar Resort last Friday, and they did a really good job grooming the hills, and they're basically all ready to go. And you had Lake Ridge and Skyloft and Brimacombe too as well, so all your local hills are ready to go for the March break, and having lots of kids and lots of families there.
Let's say somebody doesn't know if they like skiing, and they're thinking, well, it's March break, as you say, the slopes are open. Mm-hmm. I'd like to try it, but I don't want to invest the money in buying the skis. They can come to you, and you can set them up and rent them the equipment.
Yeah, we have a great rental program actually. So we have a rental credit program where it's only $20 for an adult rental and $15 for a kid's rental. But when you return the rentals at the end of the day, we stamp your receipt, and that receipt becomes in-store credit in our store. So it's very, very low cost to the consumer. So if they decide that they don't like skiing, but they still have a rental credit that they can use for a pair of gloves or something like that in our store, or even for our summer equipment too as well, which which is we're getting ready to kick off the spring and summer season too as well. So we actually received 177 kayaks and 24 paddleboards just to sort of kick off the season.
Now, is this new for the store?
We've been doing it now for about 9 years.
Okay.
And we've been selling skis and snowboards for over 45 years now in Durham region.
Wow, so you really know
yeah.
what you're talking about. Thanks for getting us all hooked up with the equipment that we need. Up next, Sandy Grant joins me to make a mug meal. Stay with us.